Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Justin Hill and I create videos about how you can make a little bit of extra income online, typically in the form of PayPal, cashback, and crypto, which is what we're going to be talking about today, and many things like that. Now, I would have done a video about this sooner, but it just wasn't worth it. Today we're going to be talking about Chia, which is a cryptocurrency which is based on proof of space. In the past, you would have had to farm on your own, which, as it's got, if you was one of the first people doing this, then you'd have been fine. I wasn't, unfortunately. So the odds on you farming and winning some Chia, because it was basically like a lottery, wasn't very likely. So I didn't really see it as an option to make money with, and I was waiting for this feature which came out last week, which is basically the official Chia pooling protocol, which basically means you can now have a pool on the Chia network. So what that means in essence is that you can join a pool, which means you earn a percentage of the Chia that pool's earned based on how many plots you've added to the pool and things like that. So you have more chance of earning something. Although you won't win a whole Chia, you will get a percentage. And again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm just giving you information. What you choose to do with it is entirely up to you. So in this video I'm going to show you how to set up Chia on a Windows computer. I'm going to show you how to use the GUI for setting up the plots, and how to set up and join a pool as well. Again, I hope you find it useful. If you do, thumbs up, notification, all that lot, you know what to do. And no more. Let's get into the video now. Right, let's install Chia, and to do that we want to go to Google and do a little search. Top result, chia.net. Mainnet release, and this should be the most up-to-date version there. Blockchain latest version 1.2.0, 8th of the 7th 2021, and it is 8th of the 7th 2021. They would also appear here on the download section. So here in the download section you've got various versions for the different operating systems that you might be using. You've got Mac, Ubuntu, CentOS, and even some other ones down here, but I'm on Windows, so I'm going to click the Windows. There you go, Chia set up, save, wait for it to save, say in a couple of minutes. I'll obviously speed through that on the video. Right, there you go, you can see it's downloaded. I think that took probably about 3 minutes, not 2 minutes. But anyway, let's carry on. So we're gonna double click that. And here we go. Starting to install. There you go, connecting to wallet. Logging in. You're going to get your Windows Defender and all that coming up. So there you go, welcome to Chia. Please log in with an existing key or create a new key. Now I do have it running on another PC behind me, but I think just for this video I'll just create a new private key and have a separate install. Whoa. So there you go, new wallet. Welcome, the following words are used for your wallet backup. Without them, you will lose access to your wallet. Keep them safe. Write down each word along with the order number next to them. Order is important. So there you go. That is important. And what I normally do, and you can't see me doing it, is just for now, just so I can carry on, I'll just take a quick picture, photo of that page, and then I'll make a note of it later. So there we go, next, and then obviously delete it off my phone. Next. So yeah, please make sure you make a note of these and store it somewhere safe. Again, just allow access, come on. And the first thing it's going to do is it's going to have to start syncing with the blockchain. And that's what it's doing there, syncing. And here it is here, connecting to the nodes so that it can start syncing. But this is it basically installed. You've got your full node overview. Got your wallet, that's not synced yet. Excuse me. Got plots, of which I don't have any. Farms, pool info. What we could do actually is copy the wallet address, go to the pool, join a pool, add. Now you need a little bit of this stairs to be able to join a pool, so we might as well get this part of it done. There you go. So the request is there because you need some chia, a very small amount, because it's used for when joining a pool, which is why they created the faucet, so you can get it for free. Now, are we syncing yet? There we go. So now it's syncing. And this is going to take quite a while to do. So I'll probably stop the video here because there's not much more I can do, and we'll carry on with it once I've got it all synced, because I can't create any plots or anything because it's not all synced up. So that has to happen first. So what I'll do is, well, you won't notice it, it'll be instant. I'll carry on with this tomorrow, where we'll do some plots. So it's 7:26 the following day after I started the install, and as you can see, it is still syncing. Yeah, hopefully, I wanted to finish this video today, so hopefully 7:30, 8, 9, 10, about 10 o'clock, hopefully by about 10 o'clock it will be finished and fully synced. But your wallet also has to sync as well, and that also is syncing. So hopefully both those will be done in the next couple of hours, which means it would have taken approximately a day to complete. Yeah, and then we'll continue. We'll set up some plots and take it from there. Alright, so it's just over 24 hours, and let's see if it's synced yet. So it's been just over 24 hours and it is still syncing. Pretty close though. The wallets, they're still not synced. So this should be done by the morning, another sort of 8 or so hours. So I'll probably have to just continue this Chia video tomorrow evening. So yeah, it should definitely be done by then, and we'll continue then. So yeah, so if you're going to set this up from scratch, you need to allow at least 24 hours for your Chia node to fully sync, and obviously as time goes on that will increase because obviously it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Anyway, yeah, I'll carry on later. Right, so here we are, we're back in the Chia GUI, and as you can see it's synced, connection status connected, and that took, in the end, took about just over 24 hours, maybe about 27 hours, 28, something like that. It completed overnight. So yeah, so in the end it's probably about 27, 28 hours, along those lines anyway. Obviously depending on when you're watching this video, the blockchain's only going to get longer and bigger as more transactions are completed. So yeah, in the future obviously it's going to take a little bit longer. So yeah, so the earlier you start the better. Right, so we're in, I'm not going to go over, there's enough videos out there about plotting for yourself. To be honest, there's no point not joining a pool, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, unless you have got lots of money to spend on hard drives. You know, the odds on you winning anything is, you know, near on impossible. So yeah, so what we're going to look at is using the pool, which has just been released, and we're going to go down here. Earlier on, if you remember, we went to a faucet so that we could get a little bit of Chia, so that we can set up our pool, because you need a little bit. There you go, 0.00001, so that we can set up our pool. So if we click on the pool, you've got here join a pool, and so self pool is when you're going to do it yourself, which I was just talking about. I'm not really going to go over that. I mean, basically you just pick that. What I'm interested in is the connecting to a pool, where I think you're going to have more opportunities to make a bit of money. Obviously not financial advice, just my opinion, but obviously you do what you want to do. So you got here join a pool and get consistent XCH farming rewards. The average returns are the same, but is much less volatile. Assign plots to a plot NFT. You can easily switch pools without having to replot. So that's pretty cool. So you can pick a pool, you set up your NFT and then assign the plots to it, and then you can, if you want to later on, pick a different pool. And it's as simple as that. So right, so we're going to go to connect to pool. There's a pool URL, we need to get that. That one. So this is the one that I'm using, Space Pool. It's one of the ones that a fellow YouTuber has also been involved in. So they set this up with obviously other technical people. I'm trying to find a bit more about him. It's Coin Breakthrough is the person. Let's look at news. I'm pretty sure he's on here. Here we go. There you go. So it's Coin Breakthrough 43,000 subscribers, so he's doing alright. So he is involved in this. He's one of the people that's involved in setting it up. And to be honest, his YouTube channel was where I started to learn a bit about Chia. He's moved on to other things as well. But yeah, so I'll put a link to him in the description below. Check it out. Right, so let's carry on. So we're at the space pool. I quite like the way it works, the way it looks. It's got apps, so you can keep an eye on your stuff as well. It's got two versions. You've got a dark mode and you have a light mode. I quite like both, to be honest. Light mode's pretty cool. We'll use the dark mode for now. And you got a how do I join? They use, this is the important bit, they use the official Chia pooling protocol that was released. That's important. How do I join? You got down here, you can find the release notes, download links here. Here we go. Check out how to join the pool's official pooling user guide by the Chia. Right, join step 3 using the following address is join space pool. Yeah, so I'm in Europe, so I would use this. Oh, I selected it. Come on. Copy. And then we go over to Chia. Control V. Paste it in there. And there you go, verify pool details, space pool. Welcome to space pool, we're creating this plot NFT, you agree to the following terms, and then it's whatever the terms are there. And here we go, so let's click create. Creating plot NFT and joining the pool. Waiting for the transaction to be confirmed. And there you go, Scarlet Sparrow. Scarlet Sparrow, that's a good name. So there you go. So I'm there. Number of plots is 0 because we haven't created any yet. So there you go. This launcher ID, if you click there. We'll actually copy it there. If we come over to here, space pool, and if you put it in there, you're not going to see anything at the moment. Do your search, and then this will tell you your plot size, or estimated plot size, I might add, unpaid balance, total paid, points, blocks found, round share, etc., etc. And then you'd have your rewards here, you got your payouts there, etc. So yeah, so that's how you can find out what's going on when you start farming. Got to be careful I don't say mining, farming. And so there you go. So we'll go over how you create your plots using the Chia GUI. And to be honest, that's how I was originally doing mine. But then there is a better way of doing it, I think. But we'll go over that in the next video. But for now, let's look at the plots. Plots allocate space on your hard drive used to farm and earn Chia. Better check my hard drive actually, see if I've got how much space I've got. Because I've got this set up on another machine behind me. Have I got room to put this on any of these? Right, it has to be this one. Right, let's create a new temporary folder. New folder. Chia. Chia. Plots. Oh. Chia plots on the D drive. Right. So we're going to get, actually before we do this, we're going to look up some information. We're going to need it in a minute. So if we do system information here, I know my processor, it's got 6 cores. So I've got 12 logical processors. So there's 12 processes that I can have happening. at any given time. My RAM is 16 gigabytes. There, these are key bits. So if I go to add a plot, now you don't want to do this. This is not the one to use. This is for doing tests on, I believe. You need to use this one or any of these down. Most people tend to use this one, which we've got there. Just for the sake of doing this video, I'm going to do just the one plot. So these are the options you have. Add plot to queue basically means one starts and finishes, then the next one starts and finishes, then the next one starts and finishes. That's what that basically means. If you had 4 on there, the first one would finish, then the second one would start, the second one would finish, then the third one would start. Plot in parallel, when you click that one, you have a delay. So what you're basically saying is let's say that was 60 minutes, so 1 hour. What that would do, if you had 2 on there, the first one would start immediately, then the next one would start 60 minutes later, so an hour later. So they'd both be going at the same time at some point, and that's what that means. But for this, we'll just do add plot to queue. Then you've got options here, show advanced options. You have 3390, so you've got the RAM. Now I know I've got 16 gigabytes of RAM, so I could up that. Again, this is something you need to play with and see if it improves your plotting time or not. Let's just do, say, I tend to do 4, so 4 gigabytes. Number of threads is your number of processes. So I've got 12 processes total. Well, I don't want to use all 12 because then the system will come to a complete grind and won't work. So I still need to leave some for the system still to operate. It all depends if you're going to use the machine or not. The machine behind me I'm not using, so I can use up most of the resources plotting. But for this I would probably do maybe 3, and then that means I could do another one and another one and another one if I was doing the plot in parallel. Number of buckets I don't touch. Queue name is the default queue name. And then here you have farmer public key and pool public key. Now, not sure what they're there for, to be honest, because I've not completed these and I'm able to still plot to the pool and not have any issues. So I'm not quite sure what that's there for, to be honest, because no one seems to be using it. Not when you're plotting this way. Temporary directory is where you want the plot creation. Typically most people will use an NVMe drive because of the speed. However, it will affect the life of the NVMe drive if it's not an expensive one. Some people have suggested maybe doing it direct to RAM, but you would need 128 gigabytes of RAM. Not going to come cheap. I use an NVMe drive on my main machine at the moment, but you could use a normal hard drive here. Let's do that on here because I've not got an NVMe drive on this, and you can have a backup one there. So we'll do browse. This PC, what have I got? I've got I'm going to do it to the same drive if it'll let me. Let's pick D. New folder. Gia temp plot. Folder. Like I say, normally that would be a different drive completely, and a fast drive. Select final directory, browse. That's going to be D. Chia plot. Select folder. And then here we've got join a pool. So we're going to select the pool, Scarlet Sparrow, and then create. There we go. Now it's plotting, and it will gradually go up. This on my machine, I've not got the fastest CPU, and I've not got a huge amount of RAM, and I'm not using an NVMe drive, so I mean, with my NVMe drive, it usually takes about 2 hours. Between 2 hours and 2 hours 20, something like that. No, not 2 hours 20, 660 is 120. So about 2 hours, 2 hours 2 minutes, 2 hours 1 minute is where I'm at the moment. If you've got a Threadripper or something like that, even better. People have managed to get it down to an hour, but again, it all depends on what equipment you've got at hand, and you don't want to spend a huge amount on extra equipment, because that could have been spent on hard drives. So it's just deciding what's more important, I guess. So yes, that's plotting, and we can just leave that running, and that's basically it. When that's finished, you'll have number of plots, and it will have 1 there in the number of plots for them. And then when you go on here to your address, you'd see that increase a little bit here, and then obviously over time, as they win cheer, you'll get it appear there. Again, don't expect a lot. I'm up to about 20p I think, and I've got 3 terabytes, and that's in a couple of days, so I'm not expecting to make a fortune. But if you can get your hard drives at a good price, you know, your ROI is probably going to be, I don't know, 8 months to 9 months, something like that, on your hard drives, if not more. But I'm happy to invest a certain amount so that I get regular, hopefully regular, payments each month, even if it's only, you know, a small fraction of what I've spent, because over time I still own those hard drives, so I could still sell those hard drives later on, as long as you've got them at a good price and not well overpaid. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, then please hit the notification bell, thumbs up, like and subscribe. It all helps with the algorithm and will help my channel grow, and I can create more and more content. The next video I'm going to create will be how to do the plotting using PowerShell, and it'll be a lot easier, and yeah, I definitely prefer that way of doing it. So yeah, so keep an eye out for that video. Anyway, take care and peace. Anyway, take care and happy plotting. Peace.